with what most people call a recital, but I choose to call it a year in performance, where all the hard work that these kids have done, we put on a stage. Sometimes music's not in on time, sometimes the music is too long, sometimes dancers quit and then we have to replace them, sometimes we get more dancers and we have to restage pieces. But as we get to the theater, we are on a very, very, very tight schedule. Each piece only gets 5 minutes on stage. Now, if you can imagine a 2-minute piece that you've worked all year on, to be on stage for 5 minutes at the dress rehearsal, it's very trying, because if you have babies, they're crying, they don't want to go on stage, they've never been in a theater before.
How you guys feeling? You excited? Those brownies helped you out.
It takes so long for us to go.
So it's really, really crazy and hectic.
The only problem we have is the 2 rooms that we normally have for the boys, we only have 1 of them.
Okay.
One is inaccessible, but at least we have 1 room for the boys. There's not that many boys that have changes.
Right. Tracy, our show producer, her job is kind of intense because we have over 420 kids at this point. So what Tracy does is she takes every song for every class in the school and she formulates the show lineup. Tracy runs a tight ship. And that's one of the reasons why I like her as a producer, because she gets the job done and she keeps us all in line.
Okay, now wait. Parade dancers then. Curtain's gonna close. What you need to do is hit your ending pose, and then everyone needs to step back behind the curtain line because the curtain is gonna close.
She devises a 5-minute schedule to get us in here at 11 o'clock, to have us out of here by 6 o'clock. So each class has their 5 minutes. It's very, very trying, because sometimes if a technical thing comes up in my number and 2 of my minutes are taken, I want my minutes. So there can be conflict with that. It's some clashes sometimes where I've had to respect her as a producer, and if my time is up, I gotta clear the stage. So that's not always great. I like to greet my parents. I love my parents. I think that's one of the things that makes Locust Performing Arts Center really special, is that I have a relationship with my clientele.
And I see how happy my kids are when they come to dance classes, when I see Jimmy, and Jimmy gives every child attention. Like, he'll come up and say, Justin, you did great. Paulina, that was awesome. Vanessa, every child gets attention. And it makes me, when I see them smile, it makes me smile. Like, it warms up my heart.
Jimmy is so encouraging, and he's so supportive, and whenever there's a bad day, he treats these kids like professionals, but he also treats them like kids, and he's one of the most nurturing, encouraging teachers I've ever seen. The way he explains to them that, you know, this is where I've set the bar because that's where you've set the bar, and I want to see that you can hit this, and then I'm going to push you a little harder, and you need to really pick it up. You need to be focused. You need to be here at this moment, dance. I mean, he really teaches them focus, and he's encouraging. He's strict, but in the most sort of gentle and ego-building way. I just think he's so good for these kids, and he does it with the little kids too. He doesn't treat them like little babies. He really talks to them in a way that allows them to feel like they're real dancers and they're real people.
Just feel it, show it through emotion, and you'll be fine, okay? All right, I'm gonna go check this.
And he's building their self-esteem, and he's building their egos, and at the same time, he's really building their skills. I just think he's so magnificent with these kids. I've hardly ever seen anything like it, truly.
I actually know their children. They may not be in my class, but I know them, I know of them. I know what they're doing at school. I know what they may be doing as far as medically, if I need to watch out if they're allergic to peanuts. Like, I know a lot of my clientele in that manner. Down hit. That's much better. That's much better. Good job, you guys. Look what you guys have done. You started by you dancing so hard and so well. Everybody wants to be a part of it. And you too, Michaela. And I'm glad that you're a part of Cool Kids with our school.
Thank
High fives, around, got it.
I love Jimmy.
You look amazing. Congratulations, good job you guys. Good work, Aaron. So that was good. I need you to, on that double pirouette, you're getting it in good and making those shoulders really tight. Can you do, what is that section when you go something, something, but the turn? And I have some really special children, young adults that take at Locust Performing Arts Center. There's one person that is very, very dear to me, and I feel like I'm kind of like an uncle to this person. His name is Aaron, and Aaron started dancing with me when he was in 4th grade. And when I saw Aaron, I just knew that he had that it thing. And me being from the business and working with who I've worked with, I can see it in a child. So I had him audition for my agency, MSA in New York. They booked him, and that was it. He was doing commercials. He's been working in the industry since 4th grade.
He's been dancing since he was a baby. Professionally, he started by dancing in a talent show at his elementary school. Being told that he was really, really a good dancer and had raw talent and he needed to take it further. And a woman told me, take him to a professional, and she said Jimmy Locust was the person to go to, and she gave me his number. And every day Aaron would say, "Mom, did you call Jimmy? Did you call Jimmy Locust? I want to go to dance class." So
he's done Broadway shows, he's done TV shows, he's done movies, and it's really great to turn on the TV and see one of my students on Are You There Yet? Or Gifted Man, or on Broadway, Finian's Rainbow, and to go and see a talented boy who trained under me since he was in 4th grade actually make it.
On Broadway, it was costumes, and I had to be in a place at a different time. That was it was fun. I understudied two kids on Broadway, so that was a little bit hard because instead of learning one person's role, I had to stay up until about 2 in the morning learning 2 roles. And my mom was like, "Go to sleep." I'm like, "I can't go to sleep. I gotta learn it." Just like LPAC 2, Jimmy, I stay up a lot just to do my choreography. I don't want to mess up on stage. That's a big no-no. Jimmy would get mad.
to see him actually performing with a full house at the St. James Theater was, words can't explain. Just thinking about it again.
My mom, she plays a major role. Without her, I wouldn't do this. Without her, Jimmy, or God. Yeah. Jimmy is he's like an uncle to me, and he treats me so good, and my mom too. We're just like one big happy family.
All I can say is that Jimmy Locust has been definitely a huge blessing. He has such a great heart, and he will get him out of his shell and say, "Okay, hit that number right now," and just to see all that and to see how Aaron has evolved and can speak in front of people and can meet new people, and he goes on auditions, and it's not just about dance, it's about who you are, how you can express yourself, and to see him doing that cross into schoolwork and him as a person, I thank Jimmy a lot because he was placed in our lives for a reason. So LPAC all the way.
And I think that's what Locust Performing Arts Center is about. If you want to be prepared to make it in the real world, I can prepare you. And that's what has happened with Aaron. He's taken my preparation, and now he is living the dream of being a full, paid, professional artist. But the thing I like about Aaron is humble. He's humble, and I think that's one of the things I instill with my older dancers is it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. New York, LA, in London. It's a dog-eat-dog world for kids just as well as adults. So I want them trained by the time they leave me, they are gonna know how to carry themselves in a professional atmosphere. I want people to look at my kids and say, "You must have trained with Jimmy."
Butterflies, let me love me, never leave me, don't fly away, stay right here with me, butterfly, deep inside my heart. Heaven just
show day. We have 2 shows, one at 11:30, one at 3:30. The doors open at 11. The kids have to get here 45 minutes before the show. Backstage, near chaos. I have my teachers lining up the first 10 numbers in the hallways in the back.
Recital time in general, whether it's tickets or anything, it can be very stressful and very time-consuming, and you lose a lot of sleep. And I think it's probably more difficult in some ways than giving birth to my son. But in the end, it's all worth it because the kids have fun and we enjoy it. Even though
We do. People are always nervous. Like it's happened where you actually are getting ready to go on stage and someone has forgot their gloves or has on the wrong top or can't make it on. Show day is also crazy with my teachers. My teachers are tight and they're really on point. So when we do work backstage, Monica's stage managing.
Kids are doing wonderful. There's a lot of chaos backstage, a lot of parents, just people coming in and out. It's a little chaotic, but otherwise it's pretty good. Jimmy wants certain light cues. Tracy wants certain light cues. Some of the younger kids, you know, they're having their own moments on stage, but I think overall it's going great. Kind of pressured. Jimmy wants a lot from me at this moment, so I just feel like I'm pulled, but overall it's going well and I'm happy, so it's cool.
I have a prop for the piece that I'm doing. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot box. My tech team wanted to bring the box in, but there was no door to fit it. So they're gonna have to dismantle my box, bring it in, put it back together so I could do my solo.
Jimmy is doing his solo and he has specific lighting. Jimmy is very particular about his lighting and how stage is. So I'm a little nervous about that. I think it's gonna be good. I hope it's good.
Don't what I believe in back to the old me and God, please hear my call. I am afraid for me that love has burned me raw. I need your healing, please. Oh, please. Please.
So a lot of the kids that perform, you know, that do the recital, this is their very first time ever being on stage. So, you know, you get some butterflies and you do get some anxiousness. I think some of them actually, well, I've had a child that said that they weren't going on and cried. And I have had a child that was midway in a number, busted out crying and ran off stage, and I hugged her and brought her back on stage and they clapped for her. So it's just a lot that goes on with the children, like a lot that happens. One of the great things about Locust Performing Arts Center is the students. They come from all different walks of life. I have my very, very upper echelon students, let's say, very wealthy, very, very wealthy. And then I have my inner city kids that are from a lower economic vibe. And the wonderful thing is they all come together and they make one harmonious group. And you know, my studio, LPAC, Locust Performing Arts Center, we give out over $5,000 in scholarships a year. So we reach out to so many different community centers and places where children really love to dance. I treat every child the same. I don't care if you're making $1 million or you're making $5. When you walk into LPAC, we're all in the same pool. The main language is dance.
What can ring my
And I'm so glad you came out to celebrate my new opening of the new space. We're gonna have so much fun here, and I'm so...
This is amazing. It's a wonderful facility. We're so proud of Jimmy.
I think this is phenomenal.
People were so warm, you know, and my brother came down from Cleveland.
And I was just so impressed. I said, wow, look what this guy has come up with.
I just love it. It's amazing. It's fun to have a real studio and have all different classes, and it's amazing.
There's a lot of support in this community for this establishment. For me, yes, but for dance as an art form and for my vision of what a dance establishment should be.
And he's just touched so many lives, and families continue to work with him through the years. So it wasn't just dance lessons, it was about life lessons as well.
So try it again, and I want to see you grow, and there's a feeling. 2 huge dance studios, another smaller studio, space for the kids to do their schoolwork, called the Room of Knowledge, which I love.
I wanted a room because education and dance are so closely knit in my view. Several parents came to me and said, Jimmy, that study room is amazing and the message is amazing. This is beyond my dreams. I'm in the natural light. I'm in the green room. I'm in the yellow room. And I'm home.